morning, children. So now our lesson is friction, a friend and foe. So here, what is meant by friction? Let's see. When one surface is moving over another surface, a force comes into play and opposes their relative motion. This force is called friction or force of friction. That means one force is sliding. If you think example, one force is sliding, okay, or one duster is sliding from one object, okay. So how much time it can slide means it till the end of the day, or not day, till the end of the time of the duster. Can it slide means, or is its speed is same means? No. The speed at starting and the speed at some place x is different. What is the reason means, when the object is sliding, opposite to that slide, some force will act, and this force is known as frictional force. Friction always opposes motion because it acts in opposite direction of the motion. Force of friction arises due to contact between two surfaces. If there is no contact between two surfaces, there would be no friction, okay. So this statement is clearly stating that frictional force, it is contact force, okay. When the two objects are coming into contact with each other, then only this frictional force will arise. If there is no contact between the two objects, what will happen? No force will arise. That means this frictional force will no arise. Factors affecting friction. So what are the factors affecting friction is irregularities on surface. Friction is created because of irregularities on surfaces. The irregularities on surfaces result in interlocking of two surfaces. The interlocking between two surfaces creates friction. Hence, the force of friction will be greater in case of rough surfaces than in case of smooth surfaces. Okay, see example here. I am having one paper, or I am having two palms. Okay, one palm, it is rough. Okay, rough means here it is not its surface is not regular. Okay, so many irregularities are there. So another palm also rough, okay, so many irregularities are there. When both the palms are rubbed against each other, after some time we can see some heat is produced. What is that heat? It is frictional force, okay. At the same time, you assume here, or you take two glasses, okay. Glass means which is having smooth surface glasses, okay, two glasses. When you rub against each other, what will happen? That heat will not produce, or if produced also it will be less when compared to the heat produced when you are rubbing your two hands, because here irregular surface are there, smooth surface are there, okay. So when this irregular surfaces are rubbed against each other, okay, heat is produced. That heat is frictional force is more than the frictional force produced between the smooth surfaces. Pressure between two surfaces. The force of friction increases with increase in pressure between two surfaces. You must have seen that moving a heavy box is difficult compared to moving a light box, because here on the heavy box, if you want to move the heavy box means you want to apply more pressure, and if you want to move the light box means you want to apply less pressure, okay. So if you are applying less pressure, what will happen? Opposite to you, less amount of force will act. At the same time, when you apply high amount of pressure, opposite to you, high amount of force will act. So the opposite force is known as frictional force. When you applied high amount of force, high amount of frictional force will act opposite to you, and when you are applying less amount of force, less amount of frictional force will acts opposite to you. That is the reason why moving light box is more easier than the moving of heavy box. So next is types of friction. There are different types of frictions are there, okay. What are the types of friction is? One is static friction, sliding friction are different types, okay. Some examples, okay. So coming to static friction, what is static friction? Let's see. The minimum amount of force that is required to overcome the force of friction is called static friction. In other words, the minimum force that is required to make an object moving is called static friction. That means now this pen, it is in static position. That means it is not moving. So for moving this object, the amount of force required for that means if I apply some amount of force in this direction, opposite direction also force will come. So the amount of force required to move an object, static object, okay, that force is known as static friction. Now coming to sliding friction. Once an object starts moving on the surface, some force is required to keep the moving object. The minimum force that is required to keep a moving object in a motion at a constant speed is called sliding friction. Sliding friction is always less than static friction. Due to this, it is easier to push a moving box compared to pushing a static box. So here see, it is one of the good examples saying that, see, when a box is at rest, okay, for moving that box from the rest, I want to apply high amount of force. That means here static friction is more. Now that box started moving. So for moving that box, when the box is started moving, and for moving more faster than box, now one box is moving, okay, one pendulum is moving. For moving more speed that pendulum, what I want to do, I want to apply some more force, okay. If I apply less amount of force, what will happen? It will move fastly. So in the first case, static friction is more, and in second case, it is sliding friction is less. That is the reason static friction is more than the sliding friction. Another type of friction is rolling friction. When an object rolls over a surface, the friction created is called rolling friction. Rolling friction is less than sliding friction. So order we can write: static friction greater than sliding friction, sliding friction greater than rolling friction. Which kind of friction having which kind of friction is more means static friction, and least friction is rolling friction. Now let's see, till now we studied about the types of frictions. Now see, friction is a necessary evil. Friction in all pervasive, that means even a simple task like writing on the page cannot be done without friction. Walking on the road won't be possible because if there is no friction. At the same time, friction wears and tear out materials and wastage of the energy. Thus friction is beneficial as well as it is harmful also. Hence friction is a necessary evil. Benefits of friction. It is not possible to even walk on the road in the absence of friction. Walking on ice is almost impossible because of lack of friction. Friction is necessary to keep a ladder against a wall. The ladder will not find grip against the wall in the absence of friction. It is very difficult to drive on a wet road because of less friction. A thin film of water is made over the surface of road. This thin film of water greatly reduces friction. Due to this, the driver finds it difficult to control the vehicle while driving on the wet road. Benefits of friction completed. Okay, these are only few. Okay, from this we can make in our daily life so many of the examples where friction comes into play. Next, harms of friction. What are the harms of friction is? It results in wear and tear of shoes and tires, machine parts, clothes, etc. It causes monetary loss. Heat is generated by friction, which results in wastage of energy. Moreover, a significant amount of energy is wasted in overcoming the friction. Ways to increase friction. Rubber grips are put on bicycle handles, electrical tools, and on many other tools. Increased friction helps in giving better grip on these objects. A surface can be made rough with the help of sandpaper in order to increase friction. Soles of shoes are made rough to increase friction. This helps in providing better grip on surface while walking. Threads of tires are deliberately made so that a good road grip can be achieved with the help of friction. Holding a bottle cup with a thick towel helps in increasing friction. Increased friction makes it easier to open the bottle cap. Ways to reduce friction. Lubricating oil and grease are used in machines. Lubricating oil and grease are used in machines to reduce friction between moving parts. Some machines use air cushion for reducing friction because use of oil is not ideal for such machines. Graphite powder is used in some machines to reduce friction. Ball bearing covers sliding friction into rolling friction. Ball bearing converts sliding friction into rolling friction. You have read that rolling friction is less than sliding friction. Thus, ball bearing helps in reducing friction. Okay, see, ball bearing, it converts the sliding friction into the rolling friction. Okay, ball bearings means you can see in different parts, different machines, different equipments we can see. Okay, so when it is moving with the help of balls, okay, it will move. That means that friction is rolling friction. Otherwise, what will happen? That machine should slide. Sliding friction is more than the rolling friction. So here I am taking rolling friction. That means it will be minimum. So wastage will be very less. Fluid friction. When an object moves through a fluid, the fluid creates friction. Friction created by a fluid is called fluid friction or drag. So what is drag? The fluid drag means simply it is fluid friction. Okay, when an object moves through a fluid, the fluids create friction. The friction created by the fluid is called fluid friction. Force of friction is directly proportional to the density of the fluid. Hence, friction in oil will be greater than in water. Similarly, friction in water will be greater than that of air. Streamlined shape. A shape which is wide in middle and tapered at the ends is called streamlined shape. Okay, so this word streamlined shape, so many times we heard. What is this streamlined shape means? In the middle it will be wide, and when it comes to the ends it will be tapered. Again, if you are having doubt, you can remember one boat or ship. If you see that in the middle it will be wide, and when it comes to the ends it will be tapered. Hence, a streamlined body can easily move through a fluid. Birds and fishes are naturally endowed with streamline so that they can easily move through the air or water. And this is the completion of our lesson, friction. Here, one more doubt is there for me. That is, athletes, if you see athletes, shoe, it will be grooved. What is the reason for that? What is the reason means? To increase the friction. Okay, so when athlete walk on the land, okay, so what will happen? This grooves will land on the soil, earth, okay, and it will make the athlete to get good grip on the earth. It will develop high amount of friction, and it will help the athlete to get a good grip and move fastly on the land. And this is the completion of our lesson, friction. Okay.